I'm super stoked because it's been on my list for a really long time. I'm really looking forward to it, and I love that I've had zero spoilers for this one. If anybody watched my Interstellar reaction, I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't really love it that much or connect to it as much as other people did, because I had too many spoilers for that movie. So I think that kind of played a role. I hate spoilers, by the way, but luckily, I feel like no one's ever spoiled anything on my channel. I've been really lucky with the people that, watch my stuff. You guys are super cool. So I appreciate that. All that being said, I'm just excited to dive into this. I've only heard good things. Amy Adams and what's his name? I can't remember it now. But anyway, let's just jump in. Jeremy Renner. That's it, Jeremy Renner. I remember him from he did a National Lampoon's movie. I want to say late 90s, early 2000s vibe. It's a school trip if you haven't seen it. He's anyway, very different back then. Very different role back then. So I've only watched a few sci-fi films for the channel so far, but I'm really digging my journey into this genre, so always feel free to recommend some movies that you think are worth watching. I keep forgetting about like the big ones that I need to do, like 2001 and what's the other one? Third Kind something.
I used to think this was the beginning of your story. It doesn't work like I thought it did. We are so bound by time, by its order. Come back to me.
Stick 'em up!
Are you the sheriff in this here town?
I remember moments in the middle. And this was the end.
Baby, come back to me.
Well, that's just like the opening shot.
Where is everyone?
Dr. Banks, can you turn the TV to a news channel?
The object apparently touched down 40 minutes ago just north of I-94.
This is worldwide. It is happening right now.
I was just thinking how I feel like half the people wouldn't even believe it anymore, like these days, if we saw that on the news. Just because there's so much AI and stuff that people would be doubtful that this was real. And plus, people never agree on anything. That would scare you, though.
If this is some sort of peaceful first contact, why send 12? Why not just one?
Girl, she don't know. So they zeroed in on her wedding band at the beginning, but then we didn't see a partner in any of the flashbacks. And like, are you expected to just go to work the next day and just keep living a normal life? Guess so. I think she's the only one. Yeah, come on. Nobody would show up.
48 hours later, and no further developments from the site of the 12 UFO.
And already the public expects us to know the answers. You are on the top of everyone's list when it comes to translations. I have something I need you to translate for me.
Where did you come from?
What do you make of it? You hear any words? Phrases?
Give her a second.
So what can you tell me?
I can tell you that it's impossible to translate from an audio file. I would need to be there to interact with them.
You know what you're doing.
tell me what I'm doing.
I'm not taking you to Montana.
I'm just telling you what it would take to do this job.
Fell over 2,000 points in its worst weekly decline in history.
Morning.
Colonel?
Crazy.
Language is the foundation of civilization. It is the glue that holds the people together. It is the first weapon drawn in a conflict.
It's quite a greeting.
Yeah, well, you wrote it.
Yeah,
It's great, even if it's wrong.
it's wrong.
Well, the cornerstone of civilization isn't language, it's science.
Ian is a theoretical physicist from Los Alamos. Priority one. What do they want? Where are they from?
And beyond that, how did they get here? A list of questions that, go over.
How about we just talk to them before we start throwing math problems at them?
How would you even figure out how to communicate with them? Because it wouldn't mean necessarily that it would just be direct language. Like maybe their language or style of communication is a multitude of things. Like maybe it's vibration mixed in with sound, mixed in with movement. Like, you don't know. And I like that. So they said at the beginning, like, oh, they seem to have picked these locations at random. Probably not. That's crazy.
Have you found a scientific explanation for it? Like, is it for them?
No, we think it's for us. After about 2 hours, we run out of oxygen.
Remember, we need answers as soon as possible. What do they want? Where are they from?
It's so hard to think abstractly when you don't know what you're supposed to think, right?
Responded to anything? Any shapes, patterns, numbers, Fibonacci?
We can't tell what they're saying when they respond to hello, so don't get ahead of yourself.
If that gives you any indication.
There's a wall, like a glass wall. You can't get to them.
This, can you imagine? Can you freaking imagine? Oh my god, you'd be freaking out. Is she claustrophobic? Just freaking out, maybe. Gravity is 0.97. Oh my god, I would be freaking out. I mean, I think I would. I think anybody would. I'd like to think that I'd be adventurous enough to do it, but... So they only get to stay 2 hours, I think.
Come on.
I think...
Holy fuck.
We're on the move.
The cinematography so far is spectacular. They love these window shots, like at her home, and then with the cherry picker, and now here. Like there's a lot of window, like, or looking through.
What happens now?
I'm so curious to see what they look like. It's a stitch redo.
Dr. Banks? You can start.
But like, what the hell is she supposed to do? Oh no! I wanted to see. Like, you can start. Okay. Where do you even begin? What do you...
You both have till 0200 hours to figure something out.
Okay, what happens then?
You go
Go
back.
again.
That's why you're here, babe. Gosh, I'm trying to figure out, like, how do you even connect with them? What do you do? What do you say? It's like marine life, like whales and dolphin mixed with didgeridoos.
Violence continues to spread across the U.S. today. In North Dakota, 144 members of the St. Lawrence Pentecostal cult are feared dead.
Yeah, people would be going crazy.
Yeah, we've been playing back some of their sounds.
Where does that get you?
Well, they play audio back at us from an unseen source. Really, we have nothing.
I mean, you could just at least do like a bar. Like rhythm. I don't know, I've got rhythm and vibrations in mind. And like, what's with the bird? This is very much canary in the coal mine. Ah!
Louise, that's incredible.
Oh my god, I have chills. A lot of marine life inspiration because it's very much like an octopus. Written language, I guess.
But Dr. Banks, is this really the right approach? Trying to teach him how to speak and read? That's got to take longer.
Like,
I have to explain to a room full of men whose first and last question is how can this be used against us? You're gonna have to get more than that.
In 1770, Captain James Cook's ship ran aground off the coast of Australia, and he asked what they were, and the Aborigines said, kangaroo. It wasn't until later that they learned that kangaroo means I don't understand, so.
That's like Canada. Canada means village. They said, where is this? They kept saying Canada. It just meant village, but they thought that's what it was called.
It's a good story.
It's not true. It proves my point.
Why make it up when a real story like Canada exists?
You're gonna teach them your name and Ian's. These are all grade school words.
What does this guy think?
Walk. Help me understand.
Basics. Hello?
To have enough vocabulary with them that we understand their answer.
The guy asks dumb questions. Right, if the bird is surviving. Holy shit! That's bold. That's so brave. They do look like giant octopus. Octopi.
Now that's a proper introduction.
Screw it.
Sir, Donnelly is taking off his hazmat suit.
I have so many chills.
I think those are their names.
I was thinking Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, I like it.
That was intense. But, like, so risky. Yeah, they could be contaminated with who knows what. Is that a horse?
Exit your vehicle.
Well, there's no signs of radiation poisoning yet. We'll see how your blood tests look.
But it could be something we don't even know how to test for.
Just calm down. Just calm down. You don't need to worry.
Is he gonna turn on us? Is that why they keep focusing in on him? That's crazy.
The chemical composition of their spaceship is unknown. The shell emits no waste, no gas, no radiation. Are they scientists or tourists? Why did they park where they did?
Right.
The world's most decorated experts can't crack that one.
Let's see if I can figure it out.
Unlike all written human languages, it conveys meaning. It doesn't represent sound. Their written language has no forward or backward direction. Linguists call this nonlinear orthography. A heptapod can write a complex sentence in 2 seconds, effortlessly. It's taken us a month to make the simplest reply.
Wow, a month? It's curious that they're staying that long. I guess they've come all this way. They are curious too.
You approach language like a mathematician. You know that, right? I watch you steer us around these communication traps that I didn't even know existed. So, what? I guess that's why I'm single.
Trust me, you can understand communication and still end up single. I feel like everything that happens in there comes down to the two of us.
You seen the jokers that we're working with? I'm glad I got you.
What if the smartest thing we could do right now would be to give them a show of force? I'm talking about a shot across the bow.
Why would you incite violence when they're just sitting there peacefully? It's not to say that they won't potentially become violent, but I don't know why you would start it when they clearly are more advanced.
What's this word?
It seems to be affecting her more than him.
Want to see my project for Miss Garriott's class?
Yeah, little nose. And who are those two people?
It's you and Dad.
You know it's okay to be sad that your dad
I
and
know. I'm not. It's just a cartoon. Not real.
Please?
I can't tell if that's how they're just intermingling her past, her trauma and memories, or if they're actually being triggered by all of this as a form of communication.
I'm curious. Are you dreaming in their language?
I don't think that that makes me unfit to do this job.
Oh boy.
Did you sleep?
A little.
Do you know Mandarin?
He's saying that each of the 12 is offering advanced technology. Something about advantage. Suits, honor, and flowers. I don't know, that's all.
An hour ago, China mobilized forces.
Honor, flowers. Colonel, those are all tile sets in Mahjong. Are they using a game to converse with their heptapods? Every conversation would be a game, every idea expressed through opposition. Victory, defeat, you see the problem. If all I ever gave you was a hammer.
Everything's a nail.
Interesting.
Heptapod's purpose.
That's crazy.
This earth, what is your purpose?
What does it say?
Offer weapon. We don't know if they understand the difference between a weapon and a tool. Our language, like our culture, is messy, and sometimes one can be both.
And it's quite possible that they're asking us to offer them something, not the other way around. It's like the first part of a trade.
We need to sit on this information until we know what it means. So we aren't sharing it with our enemies. We have to consider the idea that...
Can you imagine still fighting amongst ourselves?
China and Russia are off the grid. They aren't speaking to anyone. Whatever they learned in their last session has them spooked. We have orders to do the same.
Wait, these are our allies.
Colonel, you can't shut us down. Put us on radio silence.
We need to be talking to each other.
You want to talk to them? Find out what this means.
God, humans suck so often. This is a perfect example.
In a statement, General Shang said, China no longer trusts the aliens who want to divide us. Humanity must be protected.
No one divides humans more than humans. For some reason, it's impossible for humans to just get along.
Captain Marks, Condor. Not receiving transmission. Squelch twice if you hear mine.
What is this guy's story? I don't know. They keep focusing in on him. He's gonna do something. He's gonna try to shoot them or attack them or do something.
You can't go back in. It's dangerous.
Look, we just need 5 minutes. Don't sweat it.
Marks, let him go.
Do they know? They must not know that there's a bomb in there.
Technology, apparatus, method.
What?
What's he doing?
Trying to tell her about the bomb, maybe?
Heaven wants me to ride on the barrier. I don't know.
Dude, they only had 4 minutes when they got in there.
Your whole tent is on the clock to figure out whatever it is you were given up there.
But did the ship withstand the blow?
We need to go back in and we need to explain to them this wasn't our fault.
We can't
have
go
to
back
tell them-
inside.
We have to.
We may have to evacuate.
No, that's the wrong move. As long as they stay, we have to stay.
What choice do you have? They are literally all over planet Earth. Like, there's no escaping. Where are you gonna go? You have to figure out a communication with them. Like, that's literally the only option. Never mind. Are they leaving?
Well, they're not leaving.
Oh, okay.
How does this feel worse?
Well, I know it's not him, but like, humans started it.
To blow the alien vessel right out of the sky. And if this happens, we can't sit around waiting for retaliation. So get prepared.
That's so arrogant to think that you have the ability. They are so much more advanced than us.
China has confirmed that its language experts have tonight delivered an ultimatum at the Shanghai site. And he urged all other world leaders to unite with China and take a similar stance.
This ship pisses me off so much.
What's this term here? Mom.
Sweetie?
What's this term where we make a deal and we both get something out of it?
Compromise.
More science-y than that.
If you want science, call your father.
Thank you.
You cracked something, didn't you?
Yeah. It seems to be talking about time. Their symbol for time is everywhere. So what is this?
Time, space, continuum.
Look at the zeros. How much of this is data? How much of it is negative space? So I measured it. 1 of 12.
What they're
Okay.
saying right here is that this is 1 of 12.
Or we're one of 12 contestants for the prize.
Why do I have to talk to him?
We're all working together here.
We need to talk to the other sides.
China just threatened to destroy their shell. We're on our
Yeah,
own.
but this says that all of the pieces fit together.
And I'm telling you that no one else cares. 2 hours ago, we pulled this audio off a secure channel in Russia.
In their final session, the aliens said, "There is no time. Many become one. I fear we have all been given weapons."
But that kind of all makes sense.
There are a lot of ways you can interpret what he said.
I don't need an
Right?
interpreter to know what this means.
Many become one could just be their way of saying some assembly required.
Why? Hand it out to us in pieces. Why not just give it all over? Even if I did believe you, how in the world are you going to get anybody else to play along and give up their data?
We offer ours in return. It's a non-zero sum game.
Non-zero sum game.
So, like, all of her memories mean something. They're all helping her.
And there's no way for us to reach them.
Well, hold on a second. There is. It's right above us.
My guess is they'll order us to evacuate within the hour.
Like, I can't tell
They're
if
not our enemy. They've made no active aggression towards us.
she's in communicado with them, like, without being there. They're gonna come get her. Yeah, so it was a vision of, we're gonna send a pod down to get you? Yeah, that's scary. I don't care what relationship you've built with them. That is so scary. Oh my god. There's definitely some form of telepathy. Okay, they're moving sideways. They're literally moving like octopus. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, they're massive.
How can you know the future? I don't understand. Who is this child?
The show is called Mommy and Daddy Talk to Animals.
Oh my god. Wait, oh my god, I thought that was the past. Because I was like, she has a type because he's a scientist too. Right? Am I understanding that correctly?
I don't understand what...
Help me, Mama.
Please?
Mom.
What day is it? Do you know, baby?
Sunday.
This is crazy.
Believe it or not, I know something that's going to happen. And when I told your daddy, he got really mad. And he said I made the wrong choice.
I am unstoppable.
I just realized why my husband left me. My husband left me.
Oh, you were married?
Okay, God, I was so wrong. I thought for a second, I can't be the only one, right? I thought the timelines were all screwed up there for a second. But why did she say, who is this child?
We're taking this with us.
I can read it. When you really learn it, you begin to perceive time the way that they do. Time, it isn't the same for them. It's non-linear.
It's like Slaughterhouse-Five. So, okay, well now... Okay. I can't figure out if this is before or after her being a mother. Because she said, I know where my... Oh, no, I was right. He said, you had a husband, but she didn't. She was just speaking in a non-linear fashion. That threw me for a second, but I'm back. I'm back. I think. I think.
Dr. Banks. A pleasure.
General Shang.
18 months ago, you did something remarkable.
What's that?
You changed my mind. All because you reached out to me on my private number.
Oh,
Your
wow.
private number, General, I don't know your private number.
Amazing. Amazing.
Now you know. It
Oh
was
my
important
God.
for you to see that.
I called you, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Body chills. This is cool.
Please.
Can't pin that girl down.
Come on, come on.
Whose phone is it?
It's your phone, sir.
Well, you shouldn't have left it laying about.
What do I say?
Well, we know the call goes through, so... Yeah, what do you say?
I will never forget what you said.
What did I say?
You told me my wife's dying words.
将军，
我在美国营地，将军，您夫人给我托梦的。
Dr. Banks, drop the phone now or we shoot.
战争不长久英雄。 Yes.
Drop it!
It's done. I'm done.
谢谢。谢谢。
Just hearing. And I'm being told we're going to cut this report to tell you breaking news.
Now. China is stating that all intelligence they have received will be shared immediately with all the other landing
Scientists
sites.
from around the world are sifting through information received from the UK,
Breaking news,
Japan,
the Russian
Sierra
armed
Leone,
forces are now revealing the information they've acquired from both of their landing sites and have declared
One
the
of the
Black
12
Sea a
pieces of this
demilitarized
puzzle
zone.
that is being slowly put together.
It's like they're just vanishing. They came to help them because they're gonna need their help later. They came to help humans because they're gonna need help in 3,000 years. So they need to be able to communicate and prepare for that. A window into the future, if you will.
Despite knowing the journey and where it leads,
she did it anyway.
I embrace it.
So she knew her daughter was going to get sick and he didn't want to accept it.
You ready, babe?
That would be so weird to know you have a whole future lined up with this person.
If you could see your whole life from start to finish, would you change things?
It's a great question.
You know, I've had my head tilted up to the stars for as long as I can remember. You know what surprised me the most? It wasn't meeting them.
Don't. Stop.
It was meeting you.
That's so sweet and romantic. That's so crazy that she can see their whole life.
I've forgotten how good it felt to be held by you.
Oh, wow. That was really good. I don't know, like, I feel like, would you want to know? Like, would you want to be able to see your whole life in a nonlinear fashion like that? Because really, even if you could see it, you can't change it because it's already occurred. I remember reading that in Slaughterhouse 5. And they were, when the alien interaction. I read that book like so long ago, years and years ago. I want to say like 20 years ago, if not more. But that always stood out to me, that part in the book with the alien interaction. And he says, you know, oh, our planet and, oh, sorry, I thought my camera died. Like, this is what happens, and our planet dies, you know, at this point, and blah, blah, blah. And the guy goes, well, if you know how it's going to happen, why don't you try to stop it? And the alien is like, we can't stop it. It already happened. He's like, I have to think back. Like, I have to remember, like, this was so long ago since I read this. But it was kind of like, oh, we see time as a picture, like we see all of it. And so it's not about moving forward in this linear fashion where we can make changes or prevent it because it already happened. We're just viewing the picture of the whole timeline. We're just seeing it all. That's what that reminds me of a lot. And it makes you think, though, right? Because then it brings in the whole question of, do we control our fate? Are we destined for a specific purpose? Can we do anything to alter it or change it? Or are we on the path we are just always meant to be, and whatever happens has already happened? This was really good. I really, really, really like this. I'm so glad I watched it. And it's been on my list for such a long time. Sometimes when I'm really looking forward to a movie, like I don't know, for whatever reason, I have a hard time biting the bullet to actually watch it. And that's one of the reasons this channel is great, especially if somebody recommends a movie. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm watching this movie. I've wanted to see it for a long time. So yeah, this was great. Really, really fun. And yeah, I'll be curious to hear your thoughts too on all of this stuff. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, I just love the way it makes you think. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.